5 years. That's how long he'd been saying he would change. 5 years of promises. 5 years of next Monday. But one day he realized something painful. If nothing changes, the next 5 years will look exactly like the last 5. And in that moment, he finally understood. Time doesn't wait for anyone. This isn't just his story. It might be yours, too. Jason was 29 years old, living just outside of Dallas, Texas. He had a decent job at a logistics company, enough to pay the bills but not enough to make him feel alive. He had friends he saw once in a while, a family who loved him, and dreams he never chased. Jason wanted to start his own fitness coaching business. He wanted to write a blog about health and discipline. He wanted to become someone he could look in the mirror and be proud of. But wanting and doing are not the same. Every January, Jason set new goals, and by February, they were forgotten. He joined a gym but stopped going after 2 weeks. He bought a camera to start his blog, but it sat in the box. He promised himself he'd wake up early and work on his dreams, but every night Netflix asked, "Next episode?" And he clicked yes. And the saddest part? He told himself every time, "I'll start tomorrow," but tomorrow never came. On his 30th birthday, Jason sat alone in his apartment, staring at a half-eaten pizza and his unopened gym bag in the corner. He pulled out his phone and scrolled through old photos. He saw himself at 25, smiling, full of energy, saying, "This is my year." But here he was 5 years later in the exact same place. Same job, same apartment, same excuses, and the thought hit him like a punch to the chest. If I don't change, my 35-year-old self will be sitting here 5 years from now, still stuck. That realization broke him. A few weeks later, Jason visited his Uncle Mark, a retired firefighter. They sat on the porch drinking coffee, and Jason poured his heart out. "I keep saying I'll change, but I never do. 5 years gone, and nothing's different." His uncle set his cup down and said, "Jason, the years are going to pass anyway. The question is, who are you going to be when they do? 5 years from now, you can be in the same place, or you can look back and thank yourself for starting today. The next 5 years don't have to look like the last, unless you let them." Those words stuck to Jason's ribs like fuel. The next morning, Jason didn't wait for motivation. Day 1, he went to the gym just for 20 minutes. No pressure, just presence. Day 3, he dusted off the camera and filmed his first rough video for a blog. It wasn't pretty, but it was a start. Day 10, he started waking up 30 minutes earlier to write ideas for his coaching plan. There were no applause breaks. Nobody noticed at first. But little by little, Jason started noticing himself. His energy grew, his confidence crept back, and the excuses started losing power. 6 months later, Jason signed up to give a short talk at a local community center about building healthier habits. The night before, he panicked. His inner voice screamed, "You're not ready. Who are you to talk about this?" He almost canceled. But then he remembered his uncle's words. The years will pass anyway. So he showed up. Jason stood in front of 20 strangers, hands trembling, voice cracking. But he told the truth. "I wasted 5 years waiting to be ready. Don't waste yours." When he finished, one teenager in the back raised his hand and said, "Thanks, I needed to hear that." Jason went home, sat in his car, and cried. For the first time, not from regret, but from relief. And maybe that's where you pause too. If this moment hits you, comment with one word, "Start." It's a simple way to remind yourself and someone else reading that the years will pass anyway. The question is, what will you do with them? Over the next few years, Jason kept going. He launched his blog. He got certified as a personal trainer. He built an online coaching program that reached people across the country. By 35, he wasn't sitting in the same apartment with the same excuses. He was standing on a stage at a fitness expo, speaking to hundreds of people who had followed his journey. The same man who once wasted years had finally learned the truth. The next 5 years don't have to look like the last. So maybe you're where Jason once was. You keep saying you'll start tomorrow, next week, next year. But here's the truth. Tomorrow doesn't change you. Habits do. Choices do. Starting does. Here are 3 steps you can take today. 1. Shrink the goal. Don't start with an hour. Start with 10 minutes. 2. Stack the wins. Celebrate progress, not perfection. 3. Ask the question, if the next 5 years look like the last, will I be okay with that? So friend, what's the one thing you'll start today to make sure your next 5 years don't look like your last? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And if Jason's story reminded you that time will pass no matter what, hit like, subscribe for more stories every day, and share this with someone who needs the push, because 5 years from now, you'll either look back with pride or with regret. The choice is yours.